hit the
Yes, bro. Not the strip, just the plug.
Yusuke has the best power scaling right now.
Yeah,
He really got the power.
No, he's got it.
He said, "Get the fuck out of here with this
he got
podcast
the
shit."
best powers.
He just
Yeah.
stepped on the
Cat
power.
really sabotaged
turned it
the
off.
whole feed.
Yo, he fucked up everything, man. We were starting out smooth, and then now we got to start from the beginning again. So I'm just gonna intro the pod because we already late. Are you ready, guys? It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since I've been back. I've been in a bad mood. That's why we didn't pod last week. I didn't have a good week, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about that as the pod goes on. But what the fuck is going What the fuck is going on? It's your boy Mackie OMO. I got the Black Kage and Crispin. We also got the Razor Sharp Assassin with the Clipper and Johnny B. And we are the Paradise Podcast. Welcome to episode 57. Yeah.
Let's get this shit cracking. Maybe let's get this shit cracking.
So, as you know, we weren't here last week due to some technical difficulties, in which I will get to when we talk about the what you watch, what you doing, aka recap. So it is my turn, and I'll go first, of course, always, like I do always. Anyway, so what have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of anime. I can't lie. I watched first anime. I finished One Piece, like I said last time. I got up to the Dressrosa, like they only dubbed up to 830, so that's why I stopped in the dub. But I did watch an episode of the Wano that has continued. I'm not caught up all the way on Wano, so I watched One Piece. I watched Vinland Saga. I finished the whole shit on Netflix. Great anime. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. Really, really good, especially those who like history. It's really good. I also watched Aoashi, which is a soccer anime. Really, really good anime. I watched a little bit of. I finished the caught up to Classroom of the Elite. Watched all of that basically. Damn, I watched a lot of anime in the last 2 weeks. So I watched Classroom of the Elite. It was very interesting. Shawnee said it's like ecchi. It's not that ecchi. It's more just like it's borderline. Like compared to like the shit that John be liking, DXD or whatever that shit's called. That is some crazy shit. That I don't even know if you could call that shit ecchi. That's just straight porn. That's what that shit is. It's soft core porn. That's what that shit is. Which I actually watched like 2 episodes
with
earlier.
a good story. I mean,
I don't know if the story is good enough. I don't know if the story is good.
John is telling you
story.
If John is telling you, I promise you, God. Every time,
bro, there's no.
Oh, this edgy.
Bro, I have picked this anime up 3 times and dropped it 3 times.
It's not an anime you watch when other people are around. It's just something you watch.
It's porn.
It's not.
It's porn, bro.
It's drama with titties.
They had Shorty on the fucking cross like this with one titty out. Like what? That's porn. Soft
porn. Sexy. It's not porn.
She had the.
All right. Say no more. Say no more. Look,
come on, bro. It's not porn. It's drama with titties.
It's not, bro. Listen to me real quick.
That's all it is.
The story is not that enticing for me to like. What do you call it? Prison School. That story was good. That was a good story. Listen to me. If you got Funimation, watch Prison School. That was a good story. DxD, High School DxD. I don't know if I'm fucking with the story like that. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. I watched all of those animes, which is a lot because I've only been watching One Piece for like the past 3 or 4 or 5 months. So I watched a couple of other animes, and I'm actually looking for some other shit to watch. That's why I started DxD. I've been like tempted on rewatching Bleach, but I don't know if I want to sit through all that filler, which I wasn't going to sit through anyway. So I've been playing FIFA, of course. Not really been playing too many games. I would have, I was gonna get Splatoon, but I'll tell you why I didn't get it. I'll tell you why I didn't get it later when I talk about what I did this year. So I was gonna get it. I was gonna get an Xbox Series X as well, but there's reasons why I didn't get it. So I'm gonna tell you that now. But after that, I actually read a lot of manga. I read One Piece, caught up. I'm just one chapter behind the chapter that came out last week. I read My Hero. I've been reading My Hero, and I've been reading. I'm like behind though. I'm still in the war. I'm like behind. I'm like, what's gonna happen this season? I'm not gonna talk about it. And I also read My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Like, I just got a new book recently, and I've been catching up. I'm on like book 11, and there's 13 books. So I have 2 other books before I'm caught up. And yeah, that's all I was like watching and reading and whatever. So what I did was I went to Made in America. I know my segment is so long, so I do apologize, guys. It's because it's a lot. So I went to Made in America. I saw who did I see the first day? I saw Jid. I saw Little Uzi Vert. I saw Jaleel. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I don't think you guys have heard of him because he's like for the younger people. I don't know if you ever heard the thing that's like, when I feel like rolling up, I'm excited. That shit, you never heard that? All right, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, I saw him. I saw Pusha T. I was actually really excited to see Pusha T, and it was fabulous. He had fucking stacks of good. He had fucking stacks of cocaine around the DJ booth. Phenomenal. I loved it. And then at the end of the night, I saw Tyler the Creator. Now, I didn't get to see the whole of Tyler the Creator set because the people I was with wanted to leave because it got very packed. People were stinking. If you go to a concert or a festival, please, for the love of God, make sure you take a shower before you go there. Look, I brought this just so people can see this, okay? This is deodorant, all right? You can use this, right? You see what that says right there? 48 hours. Do you know what that means? This is Degree deodorant, by the way. You can buy this in a pack of 3 for like $8. 48 hours. You know what that means? 48 hours. That means you put that shit on once because it's a 2-day festival. You put that shit on once and you'll be good for the whole weekend. That's what that shit means. So please, I beg of you, please, if anybody go to a fucking festival, make sure you thoroughly scrub your body and put on some motherfucking deodorant. Because it doesn't make any sense that there are women around and you're smelling like this. That is disgusting. Disgusting. I understand when we was little. Yeah, you don't want to take a shower. Okay, little. That makes sense.
Bro,
nigga, we are grown men.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of teenagers out there that don't bathe regularly or use deodorant. 16, 17, 18 years old still got that
That's what I mean by little.
Dick.
That's what I mean by little. That makes sense because I get it. Like, I understand what that means. Like, you don't want to take a shower. You're 16. Okay, like, you don't really, like, the hoes is going to like you regardless. Or let me not call them hoes, but the women are going to like you regardless because women are, like, the women are going to like you regardless because everyone is young. You don't give a fuck if nigga smells. You're going to like him. I'm talking about people who are in college. Please,
grown ups.
Because you get in there,
grown ups,
bro. Please don't be smelling like a fucking 7-day-old wet tire. It's disgusting. Anyway, so I was at the Tyler Creator concert. The people I was with, the women that I were with, got very upset. They didn't want to be there anymore. So I escorted both of them out of the crowd. I wasn't even that deep in. I really wasn't even that deep into the crowd. I was probably. I was a lot further than you would think for me to travel. But I was traveling because it was fucking packed because it's Tyler the Creator. By the time I get out of the crowd, I check my pockets, my phone's gone. Motherfucker stole my phone right out of my pocket as I was walking out. So, Sunday comes, and Sunday is the day that I'm waiting for because I get to see fucking Burna Boy. What? Burna? Yes. And Bad Bunny was there too. He was cool. But I went there for Burna. So, as you could tell, I enjoyed the Burna set, but I could not enjoy it. Oh, Jasmine Sullivan was also there. She was phenomenal. Oh my God, she's amazing.
You know she be killing it.
Yeah. She's amazing. I didn't even realize that I knew so many Jasmine Sullivan songs like before this weekend. So yeah, she was really good. She came on before Uzi and before Tyler. So yeah, that happened. Then I saw Victoria Monet, Bad Bunny. There was some other Spanish artists. There was one Spanish artist that kept on saying, "Make some motherfucking noise," and nobody was making noise. This shit was ass.
That's crazy.
He was rapping. He was rapping about that drug shit over mariachi. It was weird. But so I got my phone stolen, and by Monday I wasn't trying to pod. I mean, niggas could have potted without me, but I know everyone was trying to enjoy the Labor Day weekend. So I said, everyone, let's take a weekend off. Let's take a day off. We've been working, or we've been potting like maybe mad weeks straight. Let's take a week off, rest, and we come back rejuvenated this Sunday or this Monday. So got a new phone. I got the iPhone 13. I had to drop mad bread to get this shit. That's why I didn't get the Xbox Series X, and that's why I didn't get Splatoon, because all the money that I was gonna spend on that went to this phone and the watch. So there's my story. Who's next? I'm done. Does anyone have any questions?
What?
Okay.
No, you've answered every possible question. We know exactly what happened.
Yeah, we know. I haven't watched anything, and I read piece. I've been editing and working this whole time. I'm pretty sure you're energetic right now. I'm dead, bro.
Yo, your mic is going out.
Don't do it.
But I heard that you watched, or you
I have not watched anything.
And you
I haven't played anything.
And you read One Piece.
You got that? Watch read One Piece. I just been working the whole time. The entirety. Yeah. Like I'm supposed to work out right after this too. That's how bad it's been. That's mine.
Sheesh, money man.
Great.
Fix your mic while John goes though, please, because you're lagging again. Johnny B.
So I just want to put it out there that I really wish I had as much free time as you did to watch all that anime. That sounds like some fabulous free time. Yeah. So I know there's a whole lot of other things that get done in between.
Listen. You know why I was watching all the anime? Because I was fucking depressed. I was fucking depressed, nigga. I lost my phone.
You got iCloud.
Pay that shit off. It's not about I know the information is cool. It's not the information. It's the fact that I had 6 months left to pay off this phone, and I was ready to leave the company. I was ready to leave T-Mobile. I was ready to leave them. I was trying to get a lower bill, and they wasn't trying to give me a lower bill, so I was ready to leave. And I had to re-up for another 2 years. That's the issue.
Nigga, you didn't have fucking insurance?
Next question.
Fucking
that answers that
dumb
question. No,
come on.
I've never lost. I've never broken. I've never had anything happen to my phone. No water damage.
Have you ever been to a thing like that before?
No.
You lost it? Boom. There it is. You've never been there either. That's where it happened.
Listen to me. That's the last time I'm going to any shit like that ever again. I'll go to a concert, but I'm not going to a festival. I was on my
music festival.
2 days straight. No, it was not fun.
Nah, those are rough. Those are made for 21-year-olds. Those are not made for old wrinkly men like us.
All the Douce that I was drinking, I didn't even get drunk like that. That shit was anyway. John, please, before I start going, before I make this shit about Made in America.
Depressed or not, I hope you did enjoy that free time, because shit, I wish I had some of it. But I managed to get a couple things done. So I was continuing to play a little bit of Pokemon Diamond, but I put it down. I put it down. Kept giving it chances. I just put it down. For now, I'm not going to touch it for a while. because Splatoon 3 came out, and that's literally all I've been playing since I got it a few days ago. Excuse me, a few days ago. I have not had the chance to try out the online multiplayer portion just yet of Splatoon 3. I've just been playing the story mode because I haven't played Splatoon 2 in such a long time that I know I'm incredibly rusty. And I really like the story mode for Splatoon because it's basically like the longest, most difficult tutorial you'll ever play in your life. So the story mode basically forces you into situations to use every weapon and learn how to use everything that, and there's lots of weapons and combinations and specials and all types of shit. So there's a whole lot of creative like missions and platforming that you do as a squid or with the ink or with a particular weapon and stuff. So the story mode just has you doing a whole bunch of that and then doing boss fights and stuff, and that's really cool. So I'm getting reacclimated with the mechanics, and I'm playing through the story mode, and I'm already on like the second island. There's 6 islands, so I'm already on the second island. And then that's it for gaming. I don't necessarily read. I always bring this up. I don't like read, but I listen to audiobooks. And I did finish an audiobook over those past 2 weeks. So the one that I finished most recently is called Ikigai. Oh no, my screen is too bright. You can't see that. You could probably see that. Yep. Ikigai. So it's the Japanese secret to a long and happy life by Hector Garcia. So that one's really, really, really interesting. I got the idea of listening to this one after listening to the Happiness Equation, and it's just like it basically translates. Ikigai is a word translates to like what you live for, or like what gets you out of bed in the morning. So it's like your life's purpose. In Japanese, there's no such thing as the word retirement because people don't believe that you retire from your work. If your work is like what you offer the world, your passion, the reason why you get up every day, whether you get paid for it or not, you'll still get up and you'll still do something. So there's a whole lot of like cultural science involved in stuff like this too. So it's just really a really interesting pair of books. And then I started listening to Atomic Habits by James, what's his last name? James Clear. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, there we go. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So that one's pretty interesting. An easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. That one's been very helpful and very interesting. So I've been listening to that, and I recommend those titles if anybody is listening to audiobooks. And then for watching, I saw the 6-episode Tekken series that they had on Netflix.
I've been meaning to mention that to see if anybody watched that.
I definitely saw it. I have played Tekken games in the past. It is true to the lore in the fighting games. It was very interesting, but it felt very rushed. I think if they would have given it like maybe 12 episodes, like one full season instead of 6 episodes, like a little mini series, then it probably would have been better. It was good. I felt like I wanted more from it, and it just didn't have, like, it ran through everything. Like I felt like I was just watching the cutscenes to a fighting game without playing the fighting game.
Okay.
I was like, but it was good. Story's good. The animation is good. The action is good. So I liked it. Tekken was okay. And then just demolishing through the section that I was on in One Piece. If we could do the One Piece conversation.
All right. Say no more.
Later.
Say no more. Okay. All right. Great job, guys. I do apologize again. I know I took forever to talk about the Made in America shit, so I do apologize. I just needed to. I haven't really vented. I vented it to my boys, like Danny and shit, or Dean and shit, but I haven't really I needed to like preference this shit to the listeners, the people who listen to us. So when 10 years from now, when they hear this shit back, they'll be like, "Yo, Mackie told me not to go to Made in America. They be
Made in
stealing-
America, and I still win it.
Yeah, I'll never go again, ever again. But yeah, man, great. I'm glad niggas was doing stuff. I mean, I know Chris Green wasn't really doing much the past 2 weeks, but I'm glad that you was making money, my nigga. That's all that really matters. You feel me? Making money. Hold up. Got you. You're making some money. But
You know the bad thing about working like that is that you don't make the money right away. That's a bad thing. And then my job, yeah, because this project wait to get paid. It's dumb shit. My job, my job is like the company that owns the store or whatever. Not T-Mobile, but the other company. So, and they're paying weeks are different. Weeks without money instead of 2. So I'm broke.
wait, get paid every month?
No, you get paid every 2 weeks. But the thing is
Oh.
that the are in between. Like instead of me getting paid this Friday, I'm getting paid new company pays, and then I gotta switch it just for me and the people that they got. They gotta pay. So
Oh, so a new company bought the store that you're at. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So all
bro.
be like new employees. That's ass. Damn, that's ass.
Exactly. So now I'm not buying Splatoon. I'm like, I was ready to buy shit for Friday. I'm like, I'm buying. Guess I'm not. Like,
We could have all joined in the squad.
Oh man.
I also
See what
did the expansion pass for Nintendo Switch Online. So I was playing
Mario Kart?
Yes, I was doing some of the new courses for Mario Kart just to test them out. Never tested them out, and then I played a little bit of the 64 stuff just to test some of those games out.
to play this with you guys.
There we go.
What's up?
I bought this.
Do you have
because
the Switch
Yeah.
Online? Okay, then we can
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm off Tuesdays.
I try to fix this Mike Mac. I don't know what the fuck going on with it.
It's fine.
The
only
We'll get through it.
All right. If you want to come out and come back in. Oh, another thing I did, I just want to say I bought Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna read it. I bought volume
When
1,
is the anime coming out?
volume 2. A lot of the anime that is coming out in the fall in October. So Bleach, My Hero, I think
About to
Mob
get lit.
Psycho, Punch Man, all of them shits is coming out like this upcoming fall for anime is going to be insane.
Fall/winter. They're like, hey, y'all gonna be inside, right?
All right, guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump out because I'm gonna restart my computer. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be back in here.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Do what you need to.
Facts. We'll fill in the space. So, while he is restarting his computer and he'll come back, we can just quickly get into the mix of the topic for today. So, the topic today is power scaling or power. What is it?
What was the word that you used?
Oh my god, bro! What the fuck? Systems. Power systems. Power systems. So the different power systems are basically just gonna, argue about which is the better power system. And no spoilers, because there's certain things that some people haven't seen in here, and I don't want to ruin it for them because they call me Mr. Spoiler.
Yeah, because you is, and it's okay. We can start talking about hockey and what it does.
Well, you know a little bit about hockey, but you don't. Well, it depends on where you are in One Piece. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I mean, yeah, no, you don't know about hockey. Even if you started Fishman Island, you don't know about hockey like that.
Okay, no, I'm not that far yet.
Oh, motherfucker! All right, so, but at least hockey is a thing. Like, you know about it. They, especially in the Amazon Lily arc, they definitely spoke about hockey. So that's not where I wanted to start. I actually wanted to start about the worst power system.
Well, let's explain what a power system is to the listeners real quick, so that they understand.
Do you want an actual definition?
Is there a definition for that? I thought you made that term up.
Oh, that's what everyone calls it. I didn't make it up. I know I make up like I'm nice like that, but
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, I mean, to my understanding, it's just I guess the powers and uh I guess like the quantifiable measurement of said power in a particular anime. Like, how would you measure how strong a character is within the powers that those characters use in that
so
world?
so it's actually no. That's so it's more of just like the power. Like how do I explain? Because like power system is just like ki, chakra, haki.
Yes.
That's a power system. It's not about how strong someone is. More of what.
No,
Is
that's not what I meant.
giving them. Okay, explain it. Go ahead. I don't
I
want to.
I, I meant like there obviously is power being used by said characters, but the system allows you to gauge the strength of one's power compared to another. That's usually how like power scaling in general works within a given power system. So I'm assuming that this sorry, there's somebody having a grand old motorcycle time outside. Um, but I'm assuming that we're going to be comparing the way that different anime characters use their powers, and I guess discussing how they scale against other characters in their respective animes.
The first part. I mean, we can do the second part, but I feel like
I feel like that just goes hand in like those two subjects go hand in hand. Like, let's say if we start talking about the easiest one to talk about, let's talk Dragon Ball, right?
Dragon Ball.
So we
Yeah.
use Ki in Dragon Ball. Ki is the energy that they use to pull off many different techniques and beams and blasts and all types of things, right?
Mhm.
Um, but they are able to measure each other's key, whether it just be from instincts or in early Dragon Ball Z, we saw the scouters, so an actual device that puts a number to someone's particular level of key. So I think like when we're gonna have conversations about, let's say, comparing someone else's power system to key in Dragon Ball, we're going to maybe be referencing a time that a character achieved a particular feat or did something stronger than someone who had mastered something or did something. So there's always going to be comparing the strength of one character to the
To another.
strength of another character.
Okay. 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 I'm not mad at that. All right. So let's talk about what do you what is out of all the animes that you watched,
Mm-hmm.
what is the worst power system that you feel is out there? I
The
have mine
worst
personally,
one.
but I think
Yeah, let me hear
I
your
want to know.
example.
So to me, I think it's Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, Super, all that shit. I think
Okay.
it's the worst. I think only because Crispy's back.
Now, is it bad because of
Am I
the
sounding better?
system itself is bad, or is it bad because of how the writers have abused it in
I
modern
think
Dragon Ball?
I think the latter part. Yes, I think it's. Thank you for giving me that. I think it's because of how the writers have used it in the anime, especially like post Dragon Ball. Not really in Dragon Ball, but mostly in Z and especially in Super. They make these people like gods, and that's fine. Like I don't have an issue with them being gods. I really don't. It's more just what's the point of having someone like a Krillin or Yamcha in the show if the people who are fighting or the people who he could potentially fight are fucking planet busters. Like what's the point of even acknowledging him as a fighter? I understand his character because again, he was very important in Dragon Ball and in Z. His character was important in both. But when it comes to Super, and granted, he's not really in Super like that, so I understand, but it's just like when it came to the Tournament of Power, wasn't he in the Tournament of Power?
Yeah, he was.
And
So
this
it's
is the
the
reason
point.
why I was talking
What's
about
the-
comparing a character's power to another
Okay, no,
character. And
you're
this is the first
absolutely right.
example you bring up
You're
is how
absolutely
weak Krillin is.
Yes.
And that's kind of the
Or
reason
they
why
didn't.
this system
Yamcha
exists.
even thought that he had a chance to be. I remember that clear as day. I think
Yeah.
Yamcha thought that they was gonna come and ask him, "Are you dumb? We about to go fuck up niggas from another universe. Think we need you?"
Pause, please. Yamcha is the worst fighter ever written. He sucks in any anime. He's trash. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. That's it. I said it.
It's okay. You wouldn't be the first person.
I'm a Yamcha hater to the end of my days,
I'm
nigga.
not
I
mad
promise.
at- I am not mad at that, my good man.
Bro, I'd rather have Sakura on my team than
Then
Yamcha.
Yamcha? Nah, Yamcha at least got the Wolf Fang Fist.
Fuck out of here.
Sakura's strong as shit, bro.
Is she?
I hate
don't know.
Naruto.
I never finished Naruto.
Me either. Well, I finished Naruto, but I didn't finish Shippuden. But she's strong as shit, and she can heal niggas, so she's good in battle. I have her
I'm
on my
taking
side.
Sakura all day.
Yeah. might be with
Interesting. Okay, you might have got that one. But I mean, like with Dragon Ball, the idea of Dragon Ball's key is good in concept, right? Like when we look at everything Toriyama actually wrote himself for the manga that is Dragon Ball. So that's the story of Dragon Ball, and then what in the anime they call Dragon Ball Z. Everything that Toriyama puts together for the most part, right? Because there is some wonkiness to his writing too, but for the most part, has made sense to the development of Goku and his friends, right? Like Goku has to learn all of these different techniques. Like Goku as a child doesn't know how to fly, even though we see like Vegeta at a young age who knew how to fly and things like that. But Goku at a young age didn't know how to fly. Nobody on Earth really knew how to fly except for the people at the Crane School, which is where Tien and Chaozu came from before they became Z fighters, where they were learning the Buku Jutsu, which is the art of flight. So they mastered their key to be able to allow them to fly. And it wasn't until Goku met Tien that any of the Z fighters learned how to use this technique. It was something that was only taught by their master. So like things like that like they progress slowly over time.
Dragon Ball.
In Dragon Ball, like just stuff happens and it makes sense for Goku and his development when powers come up or things like that. And then they tried to make it make sense with the whole scouter system, measuring someone's power level with a number, right? And that's just what we were introduced to. That's how Frieza's army figured it out.
But they only tried that at the beginning of Z, and like the second saga is like the first saga and the second saga is Z.
People use those numbers to actually like calculate mathematically for where these characters should be now. Yes, and the numbers are ridiculous because when you actually do the numbers, right? Because there's information like that actually out there that's produced by Toei. So that when you do the number, like it'll tell you, oh, Super Saiyan 2 is a 4 times multiplier. Super Saiyan 3 is a 10 times multiplier, and then you would take whatever someone's base power level is and you would multiply it and by that transformations multiplier and get how strong that character would be. And there are people that calculate that shit and debate about it in Dragon Ball communities. Dragon Ball communities are pretty toxic, and power scaling can get that fucking nuts. And I think for the reason that key, right, and a character's ability to develop and train their usage of key is subjective to whatever the story needs. It's just one of those things where there isn't much that needs to be done story-wise or narratively in order for a character to get stronger. It can be something as simple as this person was training off screen for X amount of time. This person, was exposed to someone else's energy and now they know how to use it or something like that. So that way we could just move the story along quicker. I feel
That,
like
ha-
other animes
that happens a
probably
lot
have
in
well thought
that
out
happens a lot in Dragon
systems.
Ball. That happens a lot in One Piece. It happens a lot too. Because when Luffy learned Gear Second, we didn't see him train that.
No, but that was more of a just he kind of picked it up as he was fighting. He did like the Broly shit. I mean, Broly shit that he be doing. Like when Broly when I don't know if you remember the movie, as he was fighting Goku and Vegeta in the beginning, they was washing him. But as the fight went on, that nigga started to pick up and learn how to fight like an
How to
actual
do certain things, yeah, because
martial
he was
artist.
actually being challenged.
Exactly. So with Gear Second or Second Gear or whatever, however you want to say it, he watched them do the shave, and like then he was like, okay, well, how can I do that with my body? And even though Luffy is a moron when it comes to fighting, he is like very very smart when it comes to fighting. So he was able to figure out that. And I don't give a fuck if I spoil this for you, John, because you already know about Gear Two. But
I already
he's,
know about second gear.
okay, so he's basically doping himself.
Yeah, I
That's what.
know what he's doing with his body. But
Okay,
that's
cool.
something that like that's not like an energy thing, right? Like if
No,
we're
no,
talking
no.
about One Piece, they're
No, no, no.
not saying that that's
Oh,
because of
well,
his
well,
hockey.
well.
Maybe a little bit.
The power system in One Piece, just not to get carried away from the Dragon Ball Z what we were talking about before, but the power system in One Piece is not only hockey, but devil fruits are a power system.
Yes. Yes,
So
absolutely.
technically, it is a power system. It's just a unique thing that he can do, like no other person can do that in the world. If that makes
Yes.
sense.
No, I get that totally. But what that ability that he has or that little power up that he gives himself is a manifestation of something that he's able to do naturally with the body that he has, right? So like it makes sense because he's literally using his rubberness to pump all of his blood into his heart to get more of that adrenaline, more of
Yeah.
that power. And he can do it because since he's made of rubber, his heart won't explode. You know, like
Yeah.
it
Makes sense to me.
it just makes sense because it's like, oh damn, I get well, if he is made of rubber, then it does
Yeah.
make sense. You could technically do something like that. Yeah. So like it's just kind of thinking outside the box. That's what makes Oda just a good writer in general. But I think he's so stupid. I think I, I I think that that's different. Like I wouldn't compare Luffy using Gear 2 or 3 because I have no idea what Gear 4 is yet. But I know that using Gear, yeah, he's like, what, that shit? But anyway, so I know that Gear 3 and Gear 2 are just him manipulating the rubberness of his body in a way that allows him to get the upper hand in
Same
whatever
thing.
situation, whether he needs to move faster or whether he needs to hit harder or
Same thing.
something like that. I figured, but I don't know about it, so I can't use it as an example because I don't know.
Okay.
But I figured that much after being exposed to the first two power ups. I was like, all right, this is more than likely going to be a trend, but I got to see how the fuck. What else can we do with rubber? I don't know. I'm not Oda. I'm not that creative, so I don't know what else we could do with rubber. But he does, and he wrote it.
So
No.
So
back to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z again. I mean, I
I
think
wanted to leave Dragon Ball already.
okay, where you want to go? Where you want to go?
I
What's
mean,
another power system that you hate or you like?
you're the one that dislikes it. I don't think I dislike anything too crazy. I mean, you know what? Like I like the anime and I like the comedy and I like a whole lot of things about it. But I
Dragon
think like the power system in like One Punch Man is obviously ridiculous.
Ball.
That shit is trash.
Like something like that, I don't take seriously because obviously it's a gag manga and a gag anime. Like him being that powerful is supposed to be the joke. But they put a lot of depth and story into this joke. Like there's levels of heroes and how they rank in the world, and and all these different things. There's obviously like a system and a tier list going on, and and heroes are able to measure themselves against other heroes in that world. Um, but I don't know. It makes no fucking sense to me just because it's not supposed to. So I guess that's my least favorite.
That's why I don't even watch this shit.
Yeah,
It's
but
funny.
it's hilarious. It's
It's funny.
definitely funny. Yeah, it's definitely funny. Um, but I don't know. I always thought ones that didn't make too much sense but were really interesting to me were the ones that were like spirit based. So like spirit energy in Yu Yu
Oh,
Hakusho
Yu Yu
and
Hakusho,
spiritual
for sure.
pressure in Bleach.
For sure, Yu Yu Hakusho. I've never, as many times as I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho, I've never really understood. Like I understand it, but it's like it's a little bit more complicated. Where
You know
you
what?
have
I would recommend doing a Japanese dub. Watch just so that way you can get the story from the subtitles because that's probably a little bit more accurate to the way things were explained originally. Because sometimes dub changes do take liberties. You know, they
True.
may change certain things to make it make more sense in English or just to make it fit the mouth flaps a little bit better.
That for
So
sure.
if you're still a little confused, you've watched Bleach enough to just okay, yeah, I'll watch in Japanese just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see why that would be a difficult task. But that's my next watch through of Yu Yu Hakusho. I plan to make it a Japanese dub.
I might be with you on that because I've seen it enough times where I know the story.
You
So
know the story, so you're not missing anything. But it's good to
yeah.
get the context that they were originally going for, with at least with the subtitles. Um, but I've always felt like those they make them make sense, right? Because anything that has to do with the spiritual world or the paranormal in general, right? Like, let's just say paranormal. Anything that has to do with paranormal anything is usually like some inner ability that that person was born with. Oh, this person is just sensitive to spirits. This person is sensitive to, you know, spiritual presence and energy, or they can see ghosts in their dreams or talk to them when they're awake or whatever the case may be. You know, like we saw that in Yu Yu Hakusho. Kuwabara was spiritually sensitive. His older sister was spiritually sensitive. You know, and because of that, he was able to harness his actual spirit energy in a way that only Yusuke could have done because he had died at some point in his life. You know, so like things like that are interesting. I don't know if either of you guys have watched Bleach like that.
Yeah, I watched Bleach a couple times.
Okay, so you're probably more caught up. Were you caught up on the manga as well,
No,
or
I
no?
didn't read the manga. No, I just watched the anime. But
So I
I was
wouldn't
thinking,
want to spoil it, but there's
I
a
don't
lot.
I don't give a fuck. I was
Spoiler,
watching.
spoiler, spoiler.
I was thinking about Bleach actually, and Bleach it gives me a little bit of Goku, like Dragon Ball Z vibes, because it's
Mhm.
more of a level thing. It's like you have Shikai, then you have Bankai, then you got this, and then you got, you know what I'm saying? It's more like you step here, then you walk here, then you walk here, and
Mhm.
then even though spiritual pressure is a thing, they measure that spiritual pressure from what level you're at too. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are outliers, like what's this the crazy dude? What's his name?
Who
With the spiky hair, the big
yeah,
ass spiky hair.
yes, I
That
can't
didn't
think of
have
his
a
name.
Bankai for like the longest. Forgot his name. So he
I
was
know
an
exactly what you're
outlier.
talking about.
He
I
was an
can't think of
outlier
his
because
name.
he didn't have a Bankai or he didn't use his Bankai. I don't know which one it was for like the longest. But this guy, even with a Bankai, you can't beat this guy, right? So that means he would just tap into something different. From his backstory, you could tell that this nigga was just he was just raised as an orphan that was just
He,
in war all the time.
he's definitely got more of a backstory in the
Yeah,
Thousand Year Blood War.
yeah. So
So there's a lot of information coming out. What the thing that makes Ichigo a special case here is that Ichigo happens to be everything.
yeah, he's everything.
He is
He's dead.
everything
He's dead a
in the
soup.
story. Yeah,
Plot,
he
plot
is
twist.
he is everything that
You
is in
mean
that
plot
story.
mix?
He's
That's what you mean.
everything. Yes, he's a plot mix.
He's a
He
plot
is
mix, bro.
he he is
That was
everything.
that was so
I
late.
don't wanna spoil for like the viewers and stuff because there might be people
Fuck the
that
view.
are
No, stop.
waiting for the Thousand Year Blood War to be animated because they don't want to watch the manga. But there's a lot of lore that is brought to the surface in that arc, and there's a whole lot of backstory on Ichigo, and there's a whole lot of backstory on a whole lot of characters. It was a really long arc in the manga. Um,
So I'm guessing we're getting like 3 more seasons from this shit. That's
I
what you're trying to
don't
tell me?
know. I don't know. They might make it one long ass fucking season. I guess maybe they'll condense the 5 chapters into one anime episode. Who knows? But
That's crazy.
yeah, but there's a lot. There's a whole lot of shit that happens. But that's what makes Ichigo a little special, is just because since he is everything, until he learns about his ability to tap into all of these different powers because of plot reasons. That's when he adds that to his repertoire, and that's when he's able to use those abilities. But like, but we look at things like Yu Yu Hakusho is a great example of how to do that without the ass pulling, because Yusuke literally has to train his fucking ass off to get better at using his energy, to be smarter, to be stronger physically. Genkai puts him through the fucking ringer. And then just to pass her spirit wave technique over to him was something where she was like, you might not even live through this shit, to be honest with you. I hope you do, but I can't promise that you will. This is a lot of energy. It's a lot of shit. And I haven't trained you long enough. So
for you to take that shit, that's
here it is. So you know what I'm saying? Like there was instances like that, right? Where Yusuke gets to demonstrate his ability to not only handle that much power, but eventually make it his own. And then we learn about his demon powers later on in the anime as well, and how he's able to tap into those because of, his ability to learn and to adapt and to strengthen. Shows how those abilities work in that world, and it makes sense, and it's easily quantifiable, in my opinion. Like, you can measure someone's strength based on how much effort they've put into developing it. Like even Hiei, when he uses the darkness flame, it's something that's not his. You know what I'm saying? And he's using it knowing that he's not strong enough to use it, and it hurts him every time he fucking does it. So, it's like
until he becomes the dragon.
Yes. So, but I'm just saying, like, just techniques that we see. These are not just powers that just come up because the power of friendship commands them to show themselves.
Well, you gotta come from Fairy Tail like that, bro.
Oh no, I definitely don't want to watch Fairy Tail.
Leave Fairy Tail alone, bro. These niggas that live on the power of friendship. No, I promise you on God. I can't. On God. It's like me and you are friends. Something happened to John, and because of the power of friendship, I'm a Super Saiyan. Just like that. You know what I mean?
Yes. And
I mean, Dragon Ball Z did the same thing.
No. It wasn't the power of friendship. He was upset because my man died. Totally different.
Bro,
I was mad.
Lost.
That's the power of friendship. That is the power. If my friend got murked, I'm gonna be the realest.
These niggas don't die.
In where? In Fairy Tail?
In Fairy Tail, they're alive. Your friend just got smacked around. Tell that nigga to get the fuck up and fight again.
No.
Because Krillin gets knocked the fuck down, and you give him a sensu bean, my man come back. Krillin is not dead.
You can't sensu being a blown up body, my boy. That
what I'm saying is we seen Krillin come back and fight again, knowing that he's gonna lose. Like, Krillin knows this.
Yeah, but bro, we're talking about this presently because we've watched it. In the time of watching it, we had no idea Krillin was coming back.
Oh no, I thought he was gone. I thought he was a goner.
That's my point. That's my point.
You know which system I actually really like, because you guys are just gonna argue for nothing at this point because you guys both agreed. So the system I really like is My Hero Academia.
Quirks?
I like quirks.
Quirks is tough.
Quirks make sense in their world, and someone's ability to train themselves to use their quirk better.
Mm-hmm.
I can train myself to do that stupid thing for a little bit longer.
So
I
let
can
me ask
train
you
myself to, like.
Let me ask you this: which one do you like better? Because I would say they're kind of similar. Quirks or devil fruits. I would say they're similar power
They're
systems.
extremely similar. They're almost identical.
Exact same shit. The only thing that one you're born with it, the other one you eat it.
Yeah.
So which one would you say you would appreciate more? I agree with you that quirks are. Actually, let me not even say what I wanted to say.
The only reason why I probably like the devil fruit model maybe a little bit more than quirk is just because the devil fruit makes it feel like a rarity. Not everyone has eaten a devil fruit, but in My Hero, majority of the human
80%.
population has some type of quirk, some type of natural ability for them that can't go away or anything. You know what I'm saying? At least that we know of, right? And like I think it's just interesting in One Piece where a character can make the choice to have a particular power, but most of the time acknowledge the fact that they can never swim.
That's what I was about to say. I think devil fruits give you the caveat, where in like My Hero, most of the people don't have a caveat. It's just like, oh,
I was born this way. I was born a metal man.
Yeah, I'm made out of metal. I look like a lizard.
The hardest metal man ever.
Pause. I knew you were gonna put that face, John. My fault. I had to do it, my guy. My bad.
I said metal man.
But you said the hardest.
The hardest.
I
had to do it, John. I was joking. Okay?
Somebody like soft metal. Yeah.
When I knew about My Hero, that My Hero was crazy, right? When I forgot the character's name, but it's the space character, the one that is
the black hole.
Yeah. What? You was born as an astronaut, and then they ripped her apart, and it's just that's crazy.
Yeah.
She was born in a spacesuit. That's her life.
No. The spacesuit is the costume, bro.
But nothing is underneath that, though. She's just a black hole.
The spacesuit, she put it on after, so she could control the black hole. So she could control that. That's why she has opening at the bloop, and then be like, whoa.
Oh, but I thought isn't she a black hole?
She is a black hole.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's not like.
But she wasn't born with the
powers
suit.
Where like she's not a Logia. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you're thinking about it. Like, but she is a black hole. Like she could just I get it, but it's a little.
No, she's a black hole. She is. She's a black hole.
No, but there's still part of the body though.
It's like a part of her.
It's like the other dude, the bad guy. That you remember they grabbed that little piece, because that was his body. What's his name? The guy that was teleporting all the bad guys.
The butler.
Oh!
They grabbed that one piece. Yeah. They grabbed that one piece right there, pop, because that was his body. So they were like, "Oh, we're catching this nigga right here." Gone. Give me that nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Nah, but like when it comes to Devil Fruit and like the quirk thing, I think I'll go with Devil Fruit because Devil Fruit have more caveat. They got to fight against hockey niggas. They can't swim, and we in a boat most of the time. So there's something fighting the power that you have all the time.
Yeah, you're always at you have an advantage, but you're at a disadvantage at the same time.
constantly.
You can't have the advantage without the disadvantage in that scenario, in that world, which is, in my opinion, what makes having those powers more unique.
There are certain people that have devil fruits and they don't die when they go into the ocean.
Because they're freaking from the ocean. Like,
Well, if they're fucking fish,
they're not gonna die underwater. They just can't move. They're just gonna be underwater forever.
Yeah, they just be chilling.
what's the?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit, Zoan. They're the fish Zoan.
No, they're fishmen
No.
who have devil fruits.
A fish Zoan will literally die. That nigga.
No, yeah, no, he's dead.
He's done.
Because I was about to say, like, a fish Zoan. Like, could that happen? Could you try to cheat the fucking
The
system?
system,
Like,
or a water
like,
Logan.
I'm a hammerhead shark Zoan. I transform into a fucking hammerhead shark.
There is a water Logia. I mean, well, he's ice, but
Yeah,
He's ice.
but that nigga don't even touch water. To be honest,
AOPG.
he out here in the
Bro,
bicicleta.
he is one
He's
of the
chilling.
anyway. Other powers.
Don't do it.
It's not me. It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me this time.
What I say?
No, Mac wanted to talk more about Aokiji and he didn't want to go into spoilers.
Oh yeah. I just said he was on a bicycle and una bicicleta. He's always hanging out with a freaking bike.
Yeah, that's how we first meet him. Is on
Yeah.
the bicycle.
I
Where?
didn't say that.
Where before he bumps
Before-
into Robin
before
and Luffy
Water
and everybody
7, bro.
on the island. Yeah, they fucking bumped into him, and
He
that's
long-
how they
he
showed
long
him.
gone from
they
there.
showed him fucking on the fucking ice with his little bicycle.
Okay, cool. Never mind. I was just
They showed all of
anyway. Okay. Okay. I think
Power systems are cool. They're interesting. For the
right.
most part,
I got
feel
questions
like,
now.
no, I didn't do it.
So
I'm muted.
if who you gonna mute, nigga?
John.
Oh, all right. If you're gonna put two power skills against each other, right? Like this. Let's say Dragon Ball and all their fighters, and then let's go One Piece and all their fighters. Who do you think is winning? Who do you think is winning? We're
Dragon
talking about
Ball,
power. No, I'm talking about when I say Dragon Ball, I'm talking about everything, the whole line.
Oh, you get Dragon Ball. What?
Yeah,
Dragon Ball?
I feel like the
They're
way
gods.
that it's set up. Yeah, like they can just destroy planets with their bare hands. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something very, very different.
Frieza easily destroyed the planet Vegeta. Easily. With ease.
With one death ball.
Yeah,
from one
no.
Bitches.
finger.
It's
Them niggas in Planet Vegeta is bitches, bro.
Oh yeah, because everyone can just breathe in space, right? What the fuck is this
Them
nigga talking
niggas is
about?
bitch. Like, can I, bro? Damn, why you trying to kill my TikTok moment, baby?
Oh my god.
You gotta get the Dragon Ball Z niggas going crazy. Who is this guy? Why he talking about anime? Bow bow. Go
Bow. You heard it from
Ah.
Make sure you just put hella gun emojis.
It'd be
If
like,
you're coming for Crispin's opinion, you gotta use the gun emoji.
That's crazy. Nah. I'm 100% with y'all. Like, I hate when people just to be talking like Goku can't mess with Naruto. I'm like, nigga, please, bro. Like, my man destroys
That's why
planets. He
don't
blinks.
like. I'm
He
wearing
go
a
like
Dragon
this.
Ball t-shirt right now. You see this? I'm wearing a super shirt right now. I hate the power scaling or the power system in the show because it just makes them niggas like damn near untouchable compared to at least like you. If someone were to tell me, okay, Naruto versus Luffy, who would win? I could hear someone tell me that Naruto will win, even though I know Luffy's winning. I could hear someone
got that for sure.
telling me that Naruto's gonna win because of their power system and how strong Naruto is. I can hear that. You can't hear someone saying Goku versus anybody unless it's like Superman.
He's still dogging. He's dogging Superman. He is eating Superman up. Superman
All you
trash.
gotta do is
Superman
take
is only.
where there's a red sun. It's over for that nigga.
Oh, we out here. You a bitch.
The one
that
thing that
nigga
most people forget the comparison between Goku and Superman, that Goku can multiply his power by transforming. Superman will only be as strong as he'll ever be.
No,
because he's here
no.
in this
Yes,
planet.
but if they fought here on Earth,
Yeah, he's getting
Goku
dog
can
walked.
increase his strength.
Superman's getting
Superman
dog walked.
can
Oh yeah,
definitely
yeah.
hold his
In
own,
the middle of the fight. Yes. Sorry.
but Goku can increase his power.
Bro,
I mean, it all depends on how old, and don't ask me where I got this because I can't remember. But it all depends on how old the Superman he is fighting. If it's like a 30-year-old Superman or whatever, then yeah, he's getting washed. But if it's like an older Superman that has been in our Yellow Sun for over 30, 40, 50 years, he's continued to absorb it. I don't know.
he's dog walking him.
I don't know.
He is dog walking him.
I don't know.
My man Goku fights fucking Jesus. This nigga fighting a god and angel and shit. What are you doing?
So did he? What's his name? He fought
Who he
Apocalypse.
fight? That nigga ass cheeks though.
Oh no, we're not gonna do that. Anyway, let's do the One Piece talk. This nigga talking.
Oh, now you running away, bro? What's? Oh my god.
This nigga's talking crazy.
What? I'm gonna. Oh my god.
No, I'm not gonna argue.
Booty cheeks.
Hit the drops.
Booty cheeks. Kamehameha his head off.
TikTok, you heard it.
Kamehameha his head off. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Okay, say no more. Say no more.
Superman beat that nigga. Superman beat that nigga.
I didn't say Superman beat him. I'm saying it's not as. It's
a dog walk.
It's closer than you think.
Bro, you seen the photo that is Vegeta and Goku, and then you see Spider-Man, Hulk, all them niggas against them two only. You seen that meme?
The whole Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. And I think it was Marvel and DC. I think all them niggas was there. Yeah, my niggas is taking all them niggas. Dog walking them niggas.
Not arguing that.
So if we doing that, what tells you that Goku can't do it by him just lonesome to one lonesome Superman, bro? We dog walking this man.
Again, like I said, it depends on what Superman we are fighting. It depends. There are different Superman that are stronger than other Superman. And Superman also be pulling his punches. So that's
question, Mac. Question.
You're gonna fight.
I got a question for you, bro. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question first.
Oh my god. Let me get this out first before this nigga. Damn, bro. Listen. Listen, right?
Fuck out.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. Get okay, motherfucker. Listen.
Oh shit.
Listen, right? It depends on which Spider-Man we are. I mean, which Superman we are fighting, because he's smoking Spider-Man. Even though I love me some Peter Parker.
No, let's not talk about Peter Parker.
He smoked.
Not a big deal when he says that he loves another man.
I said
it's
pause.
A big deal when
he paused it himself. He paused it himself. You didn't even pause. You don't pause.
You said I love me some Peter Parker.
Pause. Right after. Pause.
Anyway, bottom line, it depends on what Superman he's fighting. It depends on what Superman he's fighting. That's
now can I ask my question?
Go ahead.
If you beat Goku, right? If you fuck him up and he rests and comes back, is he stronger or weaker?
We're not talking about that though.
No, answer my question. Is he stronger or weaker?
He's stronger, bro. I'm not.
Okay.
We're not talking.
But let me finish my question. If we fuck up,
I don't want to.
If we fuck up Superman, that nigga come right back being the same exact Superman. He's not getting stronger.
Again,
dog walking your nigga, bro. Get this yellow ass. I need the sun to be yellow ass nigga out of here, bro. We turn yellow. We are yellow sun.
Bro, I hate Superman.
We are yellow sun, bro. We are Super Saiyan. Come out of here. Luffy dog walking Superman. Fuck is he talking about?
This nigga is sick.
I'm muted.
Drop him in the ocean somewhere, and that's it.
This nigga is sick. All right, Johnny B. You already know what time it is.
last time we met, we were on episode 494, and now I'm on episode 518. So I have officially.
Finished.
What's your question? You gave me an awkward face. You're gonna let me talk, or you're gonna ask me a question before I say
Nigga,
something?
how
Okay.
many fucking
So,
episodes?
It's not enough,
That's exactly why my face is like that, nigga.
but it's
Okay.
fine.
I didn't have
No. He's good. If he was at 494, it's 20 episodes. It's only been 2 weeks, 10 episodes a week. He's good. He's done more.
Fuck
actually.
out of here. Fuck out of here. Because you could have watched on that Monday that we didn't. You know what I'm saying?
No, but he
yeah,
did.
but I have shit going on. I was working.
All right,
It's
nigga.
work-
Whatever.
I worked that whole Monday. I worked till
Whatever,
7 o'clock
nigga.
that
What's
night.
up? When I see you, son, I'm gonna talk to you.
Anyway, that Labor Day weekend, I didn't have my One Piece partner. My wife took my daughter with her to the Poconos to spend the weekend with her parents. So I took that time to watch something different, which is how I watched Tekken.
I'm gonna let you slide on that.
There you go. So now I'm on episode.
Could have just gone back.
Now I'm on episode 518, and I have officially hit
The time skip. Yeah.
We're here. Time
Yes.
skip
Oh, man.
time. That is what time we are on.
Did you
We
see
are
the?
on
Did you see
time
the
skip
Straw Hats
time.
already?
So I have seen one episode after the time skip. So I saw the episode where
Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Don't skip. Let's start from the beginning.
I'm gonna go over the whole flashback.
No, but let's go. Let's do that first.
it's-
No, but wait. I just need to know who he saw before I
That-
show what I have in my
They
hand.
show that one episode shows how they all look and shows them all in different places, like meeting up at the Sabati Archipelago. The only thing that we see in that first episode is Nami sitting in the bar with that fat pirate impersonating Luffy and everybody else, and then Usopp comes into the bar and Venus flytraps everybody the fuck up. Then they leave and Nami blows everyone to fucking smithereens.
All
And
right.
then they're out and about causing trouble. And then Luffy is actually walking by with this big ass backpack, knocks my man over on his ass cheeks, and was like, "Oh, my bad, I ain't see you." And then keeps it moving. And
Real nigga
everybody's
shit.
like, "Oh shit, he just hit Luffy. This man's gonna die."
Real nigga-
To be continued. So that's where we're at.
All right, put my man's back there. I don't
What
wanna
has
spoil you.
happened? What has happened before meeting at the Sabati Archipelago was the flashback that we get during Luffy's initial like moment of grief when he finally realizes that he's not dreaming, that everything did happen. He woke up out of his sleep. He couldn't find Ace. And then Jinbei has to tell him the harsh reality that, yeah, Ace is dead. He's not here anymore. You're lucky to be alive. We're all lucky to be alive. And, during Luffy's initial moment of grief, we get a flashback of Luffy's childhood where his grandfather Garp had left him with these mountain bandits ran by Dadan and her crew of bandits, this giant red-haired, muscular, Viking-looking woman. And, she kind of respects Garp, but is definitely scared of him and will only do what he says because she don't want the sauce. And basically, she was responsible for watching Ace already when Garp had brought Ace to the village. And for whatever reasons that they haven't shown us just yet, Garp brought Luffy there and said, "You're going to watch this one too." And Luffy spent a lot of time trying to win Ace's friendship. He chased after him a lot, got beat up an awful lot, and got himself into trouble plenty of times trying to keep up with Ace and what Ace was doing. only to discover that Ace had a very close friend, another kid named Sabo, who was basically his partner, and they committed all types of crimes together, and they robbed people and stole treasures and stuff, all in the pursuit of putting away enough money and treasure to be able to buy themselves a ship so that they could head to sea and become real pirates someday when they get older. Um, they show how Ace spent a considerable amount of time just grilling random people about Goldie Roger and about how people felt about him and how people would feel if Roger ever had a son. And most of the time, Ace was met with distaste, a lot of discontent for Roger throughout the world. A lot of people telling him to his face, Roger's better off dead. He was a horrible person. He caused a lot of horrible things throughout the world, and that if he had a son, his son might as well die with him. It's a lot of hurtful things that he put himself through because he didn't have to ask nobody about Roger. But I guess like he needed to know about the legacy that he was kind of being forced to live under. Um, and never felt wanted or loved by anyone, period. And didn't really enjoy living with the bandits either. Kind of always went and did his
Let
own
me
thing.
let me let me ask you this really quickly. Can you imagine after seeing Ace, the little that we saw him in the series, and seeing him as a child, right?
Hmm.
How he became who he is as an adult is funny, right? Isn't it? Or
You
ironic?
mean ironic?
Yeah, isn't it ironic? Because as
That
a child, he was a fucking dick.
he was
The
a
pro- the,
hothead.
but the problem
So
was this is what I think happened. The problem was when he was a child, he didn't have nobody that he respected or nothing like that, right? He didn't have nothing that it never felt like somebody loved him or whatever. But then he found Sabo and Luffy on this side that are technically on the same boat. Sabo is actually a rich nigga or
a
whatever.
nobleman's son.
Yeah, but Luffy is that kid that's just being annoying all the time. Boom, boom, getting in trouble, getting in trouble. But he doesn't want to be with Luffy. But with time, he just grows to love Luffy, and that's what made him like change it. So Luffy doesn't go through that like that.
That's
That's what I
probably
think.
the only period in One Piece that the power of friendship succeeded.
Facts.
That it
One of the
succeeded.
Yeah. I'm saying like
What part?
look at how Ace is when we know him in the series.
Change of person.
He was like a stern and hard-headed person still, but you could tell that he had experienced love at one point in his life
Yes.
as an adult versus seeing him as a child. He was a piece of shit. He was a
Yeah.
dick. He
He
was a
hated
dick.
everyone because he was under the impression everyone hated him too.
Yeah.
The only person he ever really had respect for was Sabo. And Sabo was, like a really dear friend to him. He didn't want Luffy to be around at all. Luffy was annoying. He was younger than them. He didn't know when to quit. He had this stupid fucking rubberness to him that he couldn't do fucking shit with. And like it was annoying. If it wasn't for Sabo requesting, I think, to always be there for Luffy, like Ace might not have taken on that burden the same way that he ended up doing,
And
caring
I,
for Luffy as a little brother.
I also remember that. I don't know if you already said this, but I remember in that part that Ace got caught. Ace and Sabo got caught, and Luffy came back and shit to save
Yes,
him, and
yeah,
he got caught.
I haven't said it yet.
He hasn't gotten there yet. He
My
hasn't gotten
bad,
there
my bad. I just remembered that.
I'm not gonna be able to hit all the details because it was just too many episodes, and I feel like it takes me too long to recap like every episode when I do that. I just kind of want to hit the main important things that happened throughout the story. I think that the backstory was interesting. To be completely honest, it took me a little left field when they introduced Sabo. It made perfect sense, but I predicted the whole story immediately when I saw the third kid in the flashback. because there's never been a single mention of this character ever by neither Ace nor Luffy or Garp or any other character has never mentioned this character before. And I didn't like the fact that all the flashbacks of Luffy and Ace sharing the sake were literally just the two of them. And then now all of a sudden, because we're dealing with Luffy's backstory, we're going to show you that there was a third person there the whole time. That was a little cheeky to me, but I understood it and it made sense by the time the story was done, and it was done very well. But I just didn't like all of a sudden now there's a third fucking friend. And I was just like, all right, oh, now I gotta see where the fuck this person ends up, because they're not in the main story. So where the fuck are they? And I didn't know if it was gonna be a thing where they were gonna cut to where Sabo was in the world, or if Sabo wasn't gonna make it by the end of this story. Um, and just his journey of wanting to be a pirate and how disgusted he was with how the people of high class viewed the lower class citizens on the island, and how he was just so frustrated with the disregard they had to human life. He knew without a doubt that he didn't want to be a part of whatever his family had in store for him. He wasn't like his family. He was different, and he needed to get off the island to be who he wanted to be himself, to be free. They all had individual reasons to take to sea in search of freedom. And Sabo wanted to escape his privilege that he had. And they go through all of these dealings with Blue Jam, the local, pirate piece of shit, and a whole bunch of other things where, Sabo gets found by his dad, and his dad, orders the army to round him up and bring him back home because he wants to keep him home. He wants to, etiquette train the shit out of him and get him back on board. And so, by the way, while you were out there pretending to be a fucking pirate, I adopted someone else's kid, and if you fuck up, he's gonna be the heir to my fortune. And I know Sabo was just like, and like, and what the fuck that got to do with me?
Yeah, get that nigga
I
everything.
don't give a shit. It works better for me if I get the fuck out of here.
Factory.
Sabo finds out that all of the high class individuals and all the people of money and power have decided that what they want to do is they want to burn down the Gray Terminal, which is basically this area on the island where most people throw their trash and their waste, and there are people that live there that are in poverty that feed off of the scraps of what the people in high town throw away, whatever treasures or whatever things get kind of tossed down there. Everybody's scavenging and looking for shit, and people live in those poor rundown areas. And there was news that a celestial dragon was coming to the island to visit, and they did not want that poor neighborhood, that poor area of the island, to tarnish the view of Hightown and the nobles that live on this island. So the plan is to just hire a local pirate, which is Blue Jam in this story, to burn down the Gray Terminal and all of the people living there in order for everything to be clean by the time the Celestial Dragon lands on the island. And Sabo learns of this plan and obviously wants to protect Luffy and Ace. He agreed to go with his dad so that way they wouldn't hurt Luffy and Ace. And now Luffy and Ace are in danger anyway. So since his father broke their agreement to begin with, he don't give a fuck no more either, and he runs away again in order to rescue his friends. A whole lot of
His
things
brothers.
happen. His brothers, right? They're brothers at this point, and a whole lot of things happen, and Luffy and Ace are trying their best to deal with Blue Jam kind of setting them up and tying them up, and Ace is trying to cut them out of the rope and shit. And everything happens the way that the way that it needs to in order for Ace and Luffy to come out of the situation. Dadan actually shows up to rescue them. They end up fighting with Blue Jam, and then trying their best to escape out of the flames. And Sabo ends up stealing a fisherman's boat and then hitting sea and sailing away. And he decides to sail away at the moment that the Celestial Dragon is pulling in. And everybody's freaking out. Why is there a boat? Whose fucking boat is there? What the hell is going on? And they're like, there's a child on that boat. And I believe Sabo's father looks in his binoculars and realizes that it is him. And he's just like, nah, it can't be. He's supposed to be home. I paid somebody.
Studying.
I paid somebody to watch this motherfucker. There's no way. There's no fucking way. But it was him. And while he's out at sea, the Celestial Dragon notices that there is somebody on a little boat next to his ship. And what he does is he fires a fucking grenade out of a grenade launcher. Some fucking bazooka that he had on his hip.
That nigga said, if he has a pirate flag, he's a pirate.
He's a pirate.
Oh,
boom. And blows Sabo's.
He bugging. He blew a 8-year-old to smithereens.
Yes.
To smithereens.
It's crazy, bro.
These Celestial Dragons literally have no regard for human life, bro. None whatsoever, son. They said, he is a small child. I said, that's a pirate ship. Get that nigga the fuck up out of my sight.
He shouldn't be crossing paths with my ship anyway.
Don't they know that I'm coming here today? What? Nah, that shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
So they murdered the Celestial Dragon, murdered Sabo, and I guess his family just had to keep it pushing after that. But it broke Ace. It broke Ace and Luffy.
Nigga, if that shit would have happened to my family, I'm shooting that nigga in the noggin.
I think that is great. Revisiting of Luffy hitting the Celestial Dragon, because now we know that even though Luffy doesn't fucking say much, it's not that he doesn't understand.
Oh no, yeah, he gets it.
It's not that he doesn't understand. He purposefully wants to be happy, so he's just choosing to only talk about the things that make him happy. But
he's like me.
Yeah. So
I'm like him.
He's very cognizant of that. But I think that scene where he punches the Celestial Dragon in the beginning of the Sabaody Archipelago is just buildup from all that anger that he had as a child too. I've never liked you motherfuckers. I have never fucked with y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just never seen y'all face to face. And I seen you right here.
Now you can get the hands, because now everybody can get those rubber hands. Wow. Look, no, see, he didn't make a face. But
me?
There's the face. Yes, you with the faces. Anyway, but I think that's that's very interesting to develop Luffy's character.
I wanted to comment on that, what you just said, really, because I never really thought of that until right now. Like him punching.
Yeah, John, you're thinking further ahead than we are.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Like him punching. Hold on, yeah. I got to give you that.
Get some claps to John, bro.
Gotta give you that. Him punching the Celestial Dragon is definitely because he don't fuck with them at all, and it's built up from, I want to say, like almost over 10, 12 years of just hate against these motherfuckers. When he finally saw one, and one of them had kidnapped his friend,
a friend of his, and was committing harm to them, and I feel like he was already at a point where he was like, he's not gonna do it.
Exactly.
You're not gonna hurt my friend.
are getting the pain that I have suffered since Sabo and this. Oh no, that's why the screen went black and white. It makes sense.
Yeah. So it that there was a, because I was like, damn, that was such a fucking punch, right? Like, especially how they chose to animate that. And I'm pretty sure Oda drew the fuck out of that in the manga too. It just had so much weight to it, and I was just like, well, holy shit. Like, he was ready for war, right? And I get it, because we got a little bit of that fire from Enies Lobby, right? Where, he was already like, the government don't give a fuck about any of y'all, your position, your title, your whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever you call yourself, whatever you do, I don't give a shit. Like, so we've already seen that side of Luffy from Enies Lobby. And now, all of a sudden at the Sabaody Archipelago, he's just wailing on this guy. And now with his backstory, without Luffy saying anything to the fucking camera, right? Like, without him saying anything to the audience or saying anything directly to another character, we're getting a lot of exposition and character development where we know now, okay, Luffy has had to endure a lot as a child in order to make his devil fruit actually useful, in order for him to develop the relationship he had with his brothers, and in order for him to have a reason to head out to sea other than just being inspired by Shanks. There was more there that pushed him to, they all made a promise to hit the sea and have their own adventure, because they were all so strong willed as children. They all wanted to be a captain, so they all had to go on their own separate adventures in order to do that. And like, it's written in a way where it works, and it's very well done, and it does a lot for Luffy's character and his motivations. I just didn't like the initial introduction of Sabo as a character, because I felt like it was so left field. Like, oh yeah, by the way, there was a third friend. It's like, God damn you. I feel like you're retconning my shit right now. But it worked. It was great. It makes sense, total sense. I just didn't like the oh yeah, by the way, new friend. That was the only thing that
You saw Dragon, you saw Ivankov, you saw that too.
There's a lot that's been going on, right? And then we get a little bit of catching up with the rest of the Straw Hats after the flashback is over. Rayleigh shows up to the Maiden Island, right, to basically convince Luffy that at the state that he's in now, he's definitely not ready for the new world. As much as
Luffy,
that's where they're
pussy
going.
now,
It's not that you pussy, but you might end up being pussy if you go to the new world the way you are right now.
Right now, you don't go over there. Yeah.
So it was interesting to get that perspective. What I'm waiting for is for the anime to start revealing to me why Rayleigh has such an interest in Luffy and in helping him in the first place.
Wait, they didn't tell? They told you that?
He just basically shows up and is just like, yeah, I'm gonna help you train.
Yeah,
but like, we don't know.
They tell you that. Yeah, they do. They tell you.
No,
bro.
I don't think they have told it yet.
No, they haven't. They haven't said it yet. They haven't.
They say it.
Literally,
they say it
all
afterwards.
Rayleigh does is he shows up. They don't even tell you what the plan is, because they want to give you the bait. They want to give you the fucking, oh well, what was the message? What was the message? So we're freaking. He
No,
says,
but
oh, you could do
you
this
gotta
thing.
You got to put the math together, though.
I mean,
no, but
what are your conspiracy theories?
Give me a second. Give me a second. We already know. I'm not gonna say nothing, bro.
Go ahead.
We already know that Ace was Roger's son, right? Rayleigh was watching this whole fight from the archipelago. He saw Luffy going to try to save Ace. He took Luffy. You know what I'm saying? He did all that.
And they found out that they were brothers, right?
Yeah. So I'm because of that. It's like, oh,
that became a thing. Everybody also found out that Luffy's Dragon's son.
Yeah.
So now anybody that knows about Dragon now has this idea about Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody knows Luffy's family tree, and now
Wow.
everybody knows that Roger's lineage is now officially done. Um, so yeah, I guess there's that want to be there for Luffy, right? I think there's probably um you know this idea that Luffy's a different kind of pirate because he got to see um like about Luffy's character during the whole punching the Celestial Dragon incident. um and agreeing to coat the ship and do a whole bunch of different things. I feel like, obviously there are a lot of people that put faith and trust in Luffy. Like he probably noticed Jinbei on Luffy's side aiding Luffy. Jinbei has a lot of respect. I see there's a lot of people that also acknowledge his status as a previous warlord of the sea. So there's a lot of weight there, and since Jinbei was there and Ivankov was there with him, and everybody was supporting Luffy, and people that support Shanks, and they see the straw hat and they know that was where Luffy got the hat from, and that's Shanks saying, "I'm putting all my money here on the new generation." Like I feel like that's a part of the reasoning why maybe Rayleigh might be interested in just helping Luffy in general, but I don't know why he's going out of his way to say, "Yeah, I'll train you for 2 years." So to stop like skipping around. um he presents an idea to Luffy, and then Luffy, Rayleigh, and Jinbei hijack a Navy ship, and they fucking sail back to Marineford. It goes back to Marineford, and then they circle around the base, and then they freaking charge the plaza, and then after beating up a couple of Navy soldiers, Luffy rings the bell 16 times. Then he goes over to the crater, the spot where Ace and Whitebeard had died, and he drops a bouquet of roses into the crater. He takes off his hat and he gives a moment of silence. I noticed immediately that there is writing on Luffy's arm, but you can't make out what it is yet purposefully.
Gangster.
And that everybody was there was like, "Oh my God, this is the picture." Takes the picture of Luffy during his moment of silence, and that is front page news everywhere. And the newspaper makes its way across the world, and the Straw Hats in all of the different areas that they're at, they get to see said newspaper, and they get to see the message that Luffy had for them. So after like 5 episodes of what the fuck is the message, it was 3D that was crossed out, and then underneath it was 2Y. So they had originally agreed to meet at the Sunny in 3 days, and Luffy had made the decision to meet at the Sunny in 2 years instead of 3 days. So all the Straw Hats had got that message immediately when they saw the image, and they read the
I don't know
everybody
how.
except Zoro. Everybody except Zoro. Zoro took a minute; he couldn't figure it out. And then everybody decides after seeing that message what they were going to do with their 2 years. Nami decides to stay on Weatheria and learn more about the weather from the scientists on that Sky Island. Zoro begs Mihawk to train him. Frankie is stealing ideas and tech from Dr. Vegapunk. Chopper is learning medicine on the island of the birds. Usopp is training with Heracles or whatever the Usopp.
Hercules.
You know, in the English dub, the same voice actor that does Usopp does Heracles.
Oh
That's
no,
beautiful.
Sunny Straight. So
Yes.
so he's training with Heracles to become stronger and to survive the man-eating plant island that he's on.
That nigga Usopp got no luck, bro.
Robin
That nigga
Robin
was-
has decided to stay with the revolutionists for a while, and I guess she's going to learn from Dragon while she's there. So I guess we're gonna get some perspective and maybe some lore about Luffy's backstory or his lineage somehow, just from her experiences with Dragon and his crew. Maybe it's just what I'm expecting to see. And then Brooke became a rock star. So Brooke just decides to become a fucking rock star, I guess.
Soul King.
Soul King.
Born to be wild.
Yo.
So yeah,
think
there's
it
that. Who am I
That nigga
forgetting?
crazy.
Oh, and then Sanji is working on getting the 99
That
recipes
nigga
from
is
the
the nigga with
99
worst luck.
warriors.
He is the nigga with the worst luck.
Yes. So he's but I think it's interesting that they're giving Sanji something else to focus on when it comes to his abilities as a chef, right? Because it's not just his abilities as a fighter, it's understanding the role that he plays in the crew and giving him, the focus of saying, yeah, like, of course, the art of making food look presentable and taste delicious is only half of being a chef. Understanding the nutritional value of said food and how you can assist the people, you know what I'm saying, on your ship with the nutrients that they need is gonna be the extra oomph that can change the tide of a particular fight in the future, because they're getting what they need rather than what they want.
Yeah.
Which is cool, interesting concepts, things that work for these characters, and things that we see them put themselves in positions to gain a lot from those specific instances that they're in. And I just appreciated how all of the characters are in meaningful places to them. It also makes me wonder if Kuma originally intended for them to hit all of those places specifically, but that would imply that Kuma spent time learning about the Straw Hats and understanding where they would benefit if he sent them there, which I don't know if that would have happened, but that's what that would mean.
I don't think we know that either.
Yeah.
Don't.
I don't think we know
And if
that
it's just coincidental, then holy shit, that's some plot armor right there. But it works. It works really well, because all of the Straw Hats are in the perfect place for them to be for the next 2 years.
Facts.
So it just made sense for each character. Everyone except Brooke. I don't understand what being a rock star.
I think he knew where he sent Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. I think he knew where he sent them. Oh, and Nami too. Like, I think he knew where he sent them. Like, he sent them there purposely. The other ones, he just sent them like, you could probably learn something here type shit. I think, because he literally sent Luffy to an island filled with women that know hockey. And what does Luffy need to learn to keep moving?
I don't know if you remember, like, in the beginning, and we can close it out after this. I don't know if you remember in the beginning when you mentioned, "Oh, is Luffy gonna learn hockey from the Amazons or the Amazonians?" Sorry.
Oh yeah, from the Warriors of Amazon
Yeah.
Lily.
And now you know that he learns hockey from
Rayleigh.
Yeah.
From Dark
Just-
King Rayleigh. I thought that was great. Rayleigh's explanation of hockey was also very helpful. It just takes moments like that where the characters are actually explaining shit for us to get super in-depth explanations about that stuff.
Sometimes it's good. Again, there's an anime like One Piece can do it very well because they won't make you feel stupid about the explanation, and other animes don't do it as well. Like, for instance, and I know I always kill Naruto, but when they fucking released then they were, I knew about the Kekkei Genkai, but then when they talk about the Kekkei Tota, whatever that shit is called, I was so confused. Fucking Ino, or whatever her name is, was like, "You don't know about the Keketota? How could you be anything? How do you not know that?" She didn't even know what that shit was. She had fucking Shikamaru was the one that had to explain it to us. So again, like I said, some animes know how to explain the power scaling.
Yeah, the
and
power
make
system
make
itself.
sense, and it's like seamless. Where other ones, it felt like it was just
It's jarring.
dropped.
Yeah,
It was just dropped right there, just because like there was no.
that's
other-
Dragon Ball now.
Yeah.
Like Gohan's transformation is
Oh!
just because he's mad enough.
when they explain the whole fucking what's the Goku Black shit, I still don't get that shit, bro.
I understand it, but that's only because I paid way too much attention to all of the
Oh
extra
my
material.
god, bro.
It's a
No, it
lot.
was like he went back in time and came back and forward, and I was whatever, bro. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, it's a
great,
lot.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lot. But I'm at the time skip now. I have gotten all the updated character models, um, and we're gonna learn more about them.
You can start watching movies now.
Like it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, you can start watching movies now. You can start watching movies.
All
I
right, well,
mean, wait.
I'll
What I
wait
will say,
until the
what I'll,
Straw Hats
what I'll
are
say,
together again, and they're all
yes,
doing shit.
until they're in Fishman Island, and then you can start watching movies.
Cool. I also want to know how you guys feel about some of the One Piece games that are out there. I like World Seeker looks interesting to me.
I want to play that.
I
That
never
one
played the
looks
One Piece game.
that one looks interesting. And then I see
Is
like
that on
the Pirate
PlayStation and
Warriors.
Xbox?
It's
Yeah.
on both.
No Switch.
I don't believe it's on the Switch.
If it's on the Switch, I'll
Um,
get it on the Switch. I'd
The
rather get
only one that I've seen on the Switch was Pirate Warriors.
I have that one on the Switch and on my Xbox.
Yeah, so Pirate Warriors 4 goes all the way up to Kaido, but I don't know like where it starts.
Starts at the beginning.
Damn, and it takes you all the way to fucking Kaido.
Yeah,
It's a long game.
yeah. It's literally the whole anime, bro. If someone didn't watch the anime, I would tell them to play the game, and you'll, for the most part, know everything. It's not on. It's not on.
The Switch.
On the Switch. World Seeker.
It's been on sale a lot, and I see it, and I want to buy it just to have it, but I'm just like, like I don't want to tease myself by buying a game I know I'm not going to play for a long time.
I feel that.
But there's some, and that one they were like, I was asked, like I went on Google like looking for where it is in the timeline, and people are like, yeah, you really can't play this game until after you finish Whole Cake Island, and I was just like, well, that's however long it takes me to get to that fucking arc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Don't worry about that game right now. Don't worry about that.
yeah,
game.
that's why I'm just like, I can't
You can
play
play that game. You can play that game next September. Literally next September.
Yeah, it's not lying.
Yeah, so and they say that it doesn't spoil too much, but there's like certain character reveals and conversations that happen in the game that would spoil certain events that have taken place before that time period. So like it is spoilery, but it's not like it's its own story. It's an original story. It's not a retelling of the manga or the anime.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like it's
like
it's just
Xenoverse.
kind of like Fighters.
Okay.
You know how like Fighters is like its own thing.
I've never played the story of Fighters, so
You never played the story mode for that.
no.
It from what I read, it's like the like the movie that I just saw that was technically canon, but it just happened that at a part that wasn't in the anime.
Strong World.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'm
where
looking
it's like
at
a story that happened, but it just wasn't a part of the anime.
Okay, I'm looking at it and it looks pretty good, but this shit is it's $11 right now. Shit, dumb cheap.
Yeah, see, it's always on sale for some cheap price like that, and the graphics look really good, and the
Yeah.
animation looks good for like Luffy's attacks and stuff like that. It just looks like a game that I would give a chance to, and I would like to play that one.
That's,
But
that's the new
cannot.
one, right? That's the new one.
It's probably
No,
the most
that's-
recent one.
Odyssey, no. Pirate Warriors 4 is the most recent one. Pirate Warriors 4 came out in 2020. World Seeker came out in 2019. The newest one that's coming out is Odyssey. That one's coming out in I think a couple of months.
Oh, lit. Well, that's for console, big consoles, right? Like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
How fast would I get to the time skip if I started playing Pirate Warriors 4? Is that like just the beginning of the game? They're just like fight Arlong, then Crocodile. Now time skip. It's like shit.
No, You gotta go through damn near everything, bro. You get all the crewmates.
Okay.
You start
So you
out
go
by
through all those. You go through the whole romance dawn. And
yeah, yeah. You
everything.
start out you get Zoro, then you move to go and get Usopp, then you get Sanji, and then you get Nami, and then Chopper, and then who's at the Chopper? Robin, and then Frankie, Brooke, and then I haven't played past Whole Cake. That's where I'm at. Okay.
Okay. Never mind.
So yeah, you
So
can
yeah,
play it, right? You can play it, but once you get to the time skip, like once you get past the Marine Ford, this
Marine
shit,
Ford, the War of
you
the
gotta
Best.
stop. Yeah, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop at the War of the Best.
Stop there, yeah, because you're gonna spoil it for yourself because it's literally a retelling of the whole shit. Like I'm serious.
How long did it take for you to get to the War of the Best in that game? Is it
not
like
too long?
not too
Not
long? So it's not a huge. Yeah,
Not
see
even
that's
worth it, bro. It's not even
that's
worth it.
that. See that's my.
I mean, you can buy
my
the game.
frustration.
You can buy the
There's
game,
so
but
much story. There's over 500 episodes already that I have seen, and why are there no games that go over any of all of that story in the beginning?
I'm sorry.
Doing games wasn't a thing back then. Dragon Ball games have always been fighting games, like 1v1 type shit. You know,
I would play a fighting fucking One Piece
I would
game.
play
They're
one
all
too, but
adventures.
they're all adventure games because One Piece is about adventure, not just
Yeah.
about fighting for Dragon Balls.
But yeah, that's where I'm at One Piece. Definitely still loving the journey. Still making my way through it all.
Making my way downtown and walking fast,
all
Jesus
that.
bags in the boat. Hey, whoa! I
Alright.
said, trying to take me. Okay. This is why
And
you
they
had
started
me
the
here, bro.
new transitions.
Huh?
They started the new commercial transitions.
The new ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just started the new ones.
How do they sound?
I've heard it once.
Oh, I mean, no, I was just ending it because I don't have those new ones yet.
No,
Let me
I'm
get-
just saying that they
You
have
gotta get the
started
new ones. You gotta
the
get the
new
new
ones.
ones.
All right, but yeah, man, you're at a good place, man. Congratulations on getting to the time skip. That's an amazing feat. About 530 or 20, yeah, 30 more, 40 more episodes before you're caught up. So yeah, keep going, man. You'll get
Another year.
no by
Try.
next year. You'll be probably like maybe
20 to 30 episodes away
yeah.
Well, I've been watching One Piece for such a
for a
long
year.
time that me and my wife are about to have like a tradition now at this point where we usually take like a weekend off in October just for our anniversary, and we went to the Poconos and just watched a fuck ton of One Piece while we were out there. Like in that, and one of that was when we were watching the Drum Island arc where they got Chopper.
Mhm.
And we saw practically that whole arc there at the Poconos. Like, so I was like, all right, we're planning on
Also-
going again for this October. So I was just like, might be a good time to just bang
Binge
out
watch.
like 40 episodes in just like a
You
weekend.
can get done with the
You
Fishman
can get
Island.
Fishman Island the hell out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
You can get Fishman Island the freaks the out of here, baby. Yes,
Because
sir.
once you get past that,
Oh yeah, these are long babies. After Fishman Island, it's just
it's
And then I've known about like the names of the arcs after this, but I don't remember the order or
after
which ones were-
Fishman Island, it's Punk Hazard. After Punk
Gotcha.
Hazard is Dressrosa. After Dressrosa is Whole Cake.
and
And
then
then-
And
Oh,
then
no,
Whole
no,
Cake is Kaido, right?
The Whole
no.
Cake is the
After this Rosa is
is
Zoe, then Whole
and
Cake,
Whole Cake,
then the Reverie,
then
and
the
then
Reverie, and then Wano.
Wano.
Jesus. Okay.
But Zoe and the Reverie are small.
Mad small.
That's
Those
why
are
people. That's why people forget those because they add them onto everything else. So it's
Gotcha.
like
Yeah, I count the Zoe arc as a part of like Dressrosa.
I count Zoe part of
No,
Whole Cake.
Sorry, Whole Cake. Yeah, Whole Cake. Because it wasn't there for that long.
Yeah, it was literally that shit was stupid.
But yeah, you're at a great part, man. Yeah,
The longest one you're gonna be like, oh my god, can I get out of here already? Dressrosa.
bro.
Jesus Christ.
God, that shit is long as
Jesus,
shit.
but they had to. There's so much shit going on in Dressrosa. It's not even funny.
Oh, so many backstory. You see like 2 or
Bro,
3.
I just got out of there not too long
Yeah,
ago.
you see like 3 different backstories in that one arc, bro. Me too.
Nigga.
It's
There.
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And
But
they're-
congratulations on making
It's
the
all
time skip.
interesting. Thank you. Thank
Round
you.
of applause for John one more time.
Get us out of here, John.
A lot of people have, not even touched that. So yeah, we can bounce out of here, man. We've been
Yes,
here for almost
yes,
2 hours.
yes. Well, we want to thank you guys. If you have made it all the way to the end of the podcast and you're listening to me talk shit, you are amazing because you sat through an hour and 50 minutes of podcast, which is great. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, be a long-time member of Paradise. Join us here every Thursday when we drop for a new podcast episode. Make sure you share the video, right? First and foremost, share it with friends and family that you know might be interested in anime and video games like we are. If you're listening to us on Anchor, there's a really awesome feature on Anchor that allows you to donate to the podcast, and any and all donations are greatly appreciated and will help us improve the quality of said podcast to you, the listeners. Follow the podcast specifically at all of our social media pages, and that will all be listed for you down below. And all of us individually on our individual social media platforms are there for your enjoyment. Let us know down in the comments below how you guys feel about the different power systems that exist in different animes and how they compare to one another. If you want to name some that you guys thought were great that we didn't mention, put that down in the comments below. If you disagree with some of our takes on some of the powers that we talked about, also let us know. Disagree with Mac and Crispin, not me. Disagree with them about their opinions, and we can get a conversation going. All that good stuff. Yes, Crispin. All that. Yes. And that's
Discord.
Follow the Discord. There's a Discord. There's a whole lot of stuff. All of the social medias, you got to follow them because we're there. We're on every single one, just like you. So you follow us, maybe we follow you. I don't know. Can't promise nothing, but it's about to be a great time. And that's all the time we got for today. So I'm going to let y'all go. We're going to get the fuck up out of here. Let them go, Maggie. Let them go.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?